as Ayedatiwa flags off 2024 planting season. Police parade 31-year-old suspect for possession of 8 human skulls. Supreme Court reserves judgment in local government autonomy suit by federal government against 36 state governors. And from the foreign scene, over 3 million Muslims gather in Saudi Arabia for annual Hajj pilgrimage.
Hello, thanks for joining us on the news at 7. My name is Sahid Aribisala. Ondo State Government has flagged off the 2024 planting season with distribution of agricultural inputs to farmers in the state. Performing the distribution in Accra, the State Governor, Lucky Ayatiwa, said the initiative was to ensure food security. Governor's correspondent Zimo Ebiemi was there, and his report is presented from the studio.
The flag off of this year's planting season provided opportunities to farmers on varieties of crops, livestock, planting materials, and trainings on good agricultural practices. Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa said his administration would continue to fund agricultural intervention programs that will enhance farmers' productivity. Represented by his deputy, Dr. Olayide Adelami, the governor reiterated government's commitment to rehabilitate rural access roads and also continue to create an enabling environment for farmers in the state.
We have continued to fund the various agricultural intervention programs in the state. As you are aware, we have continued to commit enormous funding to our agricultural agencies to enable them to achieve their core mandates. To a very large extent, and to the glory of God, our farmers can now go about their activities in their respective farms without fear of molestation or attack, as incidents of criminality and kidnapping in our farms have been reduced to the barest minimum.
He stressed that government would not relent effort in releasing grants to relevant agencies and agricultural associations, a call on well-meaning individuals to take advantage of the state's friendliness to invest.
Let me assure you at this juncture that we will continue to sustain these efforts and encourage investors that are interested in taking advantage of our state's abundant resources to invest in agriculture like food production, processing, and agricultural value chain development.
Commissioner for Agriculture and Forestry, Olaya Taribo, applauded Governor Ayedatiwa for his agricultural programs geared towards protecting and equipping farmers.
Mr. Governor, Honorable Mr. Ayedatiwa, constituted Agriculture and Food Security Committee for the purpose of mitigating high cost of food items and promote all-round agricultural development in the state. Recently, there was distribution of 1,200 tons of maize grains to livestock farmers in order to cushion the sudden rise in livestock feeds and products occasioned by the removal of fuel subsidy and alleviate the suffering of the citizens of the state. Permit me, therefore, to reiterate that the present administration, under the leadership of our dynamic and farmer-friendly governor, Honorable Lucky Orimison Ayedatiwa, will leave no stone unturned to ensure that farmers in the state, as well as their investment in the farm, are well protected.
It's symbolic today that we are flagging up this year
Highlights of the event were inspection of farm inputs and distribution of seedlings for the planting season.
June 12, a date etched in Nigeria's history, can be captured as a move from controversy to significance, being a pivotal moment in the nation's journey towards democracy. In this report, Osrc traces the trajectory of the day.
It all began on June 12, 1993, when Nigerians flocked to the polls in what would become one of the freest and fairest elections the country had ever witnessed. The candidates Moshood Abiola and Bashir Tofa vied for the presidency amidst high hopes for a new era of democracy. But the jubilation quickly turned to chaos when the military government, led by General Ibrahim Babangida, annulled the election results. The decision sparked outrage and protests across the nation as Nigerians demanded the recognition of their democratic choice. The struggle for the actualization of the June 12 mandate became a defining moment in Nigeria's history, with activists and pro-democracy movements leading the charge against military rule. Despite repression and crackdowns, the spirit of June 12 remained alive.
I, Olusegun Obasanjo,
do solemnly
swear
that I will be faithful.
It wasn't until June 12, 1999, 6 years after the annulled election, that Nigeria transitioned to civilian rule, with the election of Olusegun Obasanjo as president.
I think it was Professor Nwosu who came up with what was then called option A4. Now, option A4, I remember I took active part in it when they are voting. The voting, you know, what he came up with by that time was you queue up behind your candidate. If it's not there, the photograph is there. And by the time they are counting, the first person will say 1, the next person behind will say 2, and they will count 1, 2, 3 to the last, and they record. And the results are gotten on ground, not going to count, not going to any local government something. Is there, you know the winner. Now the result came out, and at the end of the day, what happened?
An election was conducted. That election was presumed to be the freest, most credible. At the end of the day, the then military president of this country, Babangida, annulled it. But the Democrats, they never succumbed to that. They struggled, made several moves, activism, until we now got the present democratic system.
In 2018, President Muhammadu Buhari took a historic step by declaring June 12 as Democracy Day, recognizing the sacrifices made by Nigerians in the struggle for democracy. This move has been seen as a significant acknowledgement of June 12's importance in the nation's history.
The significance is more important in this country because it enables us to know that we have to embrace democracy and make sure that democracy survives.
June 12 is commemorated annually as Democracy Day, serving as a reminder of Nigeria's journey towards democracy and the need to uphold the principles of free and fair elections, justice, and accountability. It stands as a testament to the resilience and determination of the Nigerian people in their quest for democratic governance.
We're due to take a break on the news at 7. We'll be back with more stories. Stay with us.
Alright, no problem. Okay, bye.
Today, bad man. Let me call phone call now. Help my ministry.
You know, since I be your main guy, how far now or spot me data now?
Babatunde, my G from under the mother. You know, since I first asked since last week. Huh?
What are you guys going to give me first?
Can I have all of my beverages?
Guy, how far come now? Make I spoil you with cinema tickets.
You can have my lucky underwear.
Guys, just get on Glow Campus Booster.
Enjoy 100% data bonus on campus with Glow Campus Booster. Dial *312# and flex on campus non-stop. Power your relentless ambition with ultra-high-speed data. Glow Unlimited.
Thanks for rejoining us. Concerted efforts are being intensified at ensuring the elimination of child labor in Ondo State. The latest of such efforts is an ongoing 3-day training in Accra organized by the International Labour Organization for media professionals on the elimination of child labor. Amaro Langbeji reports that participants at the workshop agreed that the menace, which is predominant in Africa, must be fought by exploring the power of the media through constant advocacy. The report.
Among the effective means of reaching out to the large heterogeneous people in society is through the media. Hence, the collaboration of International Labour Organization and media practitioners in Ondo State to reduce the increase of child labor in society. Currently, 2022 National Bureau of Statistics reveals that 4 out of every 10 children in Nigeria are trapped in child labor, while about 35% of children are victims in Ondo State. The project coordinator, Dr. Agatha Kolawole, commended the Ondo State government for passing the Child Rights Act, which, according to her, has assisted various stakeholders in the fight against child labor. She said media professionals owe it a duty to always report facts about the exploding menace of child labor in Nigeria.
The rate of child labor is high and it definitely requires urgent interventions. And we have also identified that the media practitioners are very key in ensuring and promoting behavioral change in the elimination of child labor, in advocating for the right policies and programs to be implemented by the government, even the private sector, and even the workers' union to ensure that these children are protected and their level of vulnerability actually is being reduced.
State Controller, Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment, Ondo State, Olanike Mogboruko, maintained that although the practice is gradually reducing in the state, it is necessary to intensify more efforts to achieve a desired result.
We want to eliminate child labour in our society, especially in Ondo State, which is our main place. So that is the reason why this program is being organized by International Labour Organization. And the purpose of this training is to invite media to join hands together, to use their voice, to join their voice into eliminating child labor in Ondo State. At least through media, we can reach more people.
Participants, including representative of Osrc Media Group, Taiwo Ibitoye, agreed that the menace, which is predominant in Africa, must be fought by exploring the power of the media through constant advocacy.
It is good, like we have representatives of International Labour Organization here in Ondo State, for them to meet minds with media professionals on how to eliminate child labor. So the training has been a worthwhile, and and we at the Osrc Media Group, we are equally keen. At least it's what we've been doing. We have done a lot of reports, trying to engage in solution journalism in ensuring that governments and other stakeholders actually look into all those things and block the leakages.
It will help educate people, especially people living in the rural area, to know that child labor is not good.
It is our own social responsibility in the state to ensure that the child labor is eradicated. So with this training, and especially for we female journalists, it is going to come a very, very long way and enhance our work.
The participants are expected to be engaged for the next 3 days.
Child labor.
Omoriola Ngbeji, Osrc News.
The Ondo State House of Assembly has strongly disapproved of the recent raid conducted by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, on nightclubs in Accra. The lawmakers will condemn the operation and alleged conduct of EFCC personnel, called for an immediate investigation. House of Assembly correspondent Moshilola Adesoye now reports.
The Ondo State House of Assembly has voiced its strong disapproval of the recent EFCC raid on several nightclubs in Akure. The raid, which took place over the weekend, has sparked widespread outrage among citizens and lawmakers alike. During the plenary headed by the Speaker, Olamide Oladiji, the Assembly emphasized that while the fight against corruption is crucial, it must not come at the expense of the fundamental rights of citizens. The Majority Leader, Oluwole Ogunmolashoyi, who moved a motion for the matter to be discussed at the floor of the House, called for a thorough investigation into the incident and urged the EFCC to adopt more refined and lawful strategies in their operations.
Mr. Speaker, this is not really good enough. We call on the Commission Chairman to intervene and to also ensure that they should carry out their proper investigations on the 127 people that they apprehended in Ondo State.
Other lawmakers who lent their voices to the incident described the anti-graft move as unacceptable and emphasized that EFCC must carry out its duties with respect for the rule of law and the rights of the citizens, and requested a public apology to people affected by the raid.
Fraud is not a violent crime, and when you want to arrest any fraudsters, it shouldn't be violent. They are to investigate. Even if they are armed with information, there are proper and civilized way to go about it.
We stand here today as members of this honorable house, not to bring in sentiment or emotion into what an agency of the federal government appear to have done. But what we are condemning is the irregular and improper processes.
It is so disheartening that EFCC operatives will go into nightclubs, hotels, and then brutalize women. I unapologetically say that it is called sexual harassment.
The Speaker, Olamide Oladiji, who noted that while supporting efforts to combat corruption with the legal framework, the Assembly remains committed to upholding the rights and dignity of its citizens. While acknowledging the intervention of the State Governor, Lucky Ayedatiwa, the House sympathized with victims and appealed to the youth to shun any act capable of truncating peace and harmony in the state.
We appeal to all our youth to be calm. Peaceful protests are constitutional rights, but since the state government has waded into the matter with a promise to intervene, we therefore appeal to the youth to stop further protests and all forms of demonstration. As the duly elected representative of the people, we also establish communication.
The House, however, called on the anti-graft agency to prosecute only the guilty and order the release of other innocent citizens immediately. Omoshiliola Adesoye, Osrc News.
5 suspected criminals have been paraded by the Ondo State Police Command. Details of these and more after this break.
Don't worry, we'll talk later, yeah?
Buddy,
how far?
give me small spot, I beg. Make I play game, I beg.
Oh, yeah, now.
Thanks, G. Yo, Zifa don't come out.
Buddy, how far now? I got you.
Buddy, I beg, make I connect, I beg. I need to stream.
Enjoy 100% data bonus with Night Data. Dial *312# to enjoy.
Power your relentless ambition with ultra-high-speed data.
Glow Unlimited.
Thank you for rejoining us on the news tonight. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng, TV. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, OSRC TV. Some more stories now. Ondo State Police Command has arrested a 31-year-old suspect for unlawful possession of 8 human skulls and other organs concealed in a sack of gari. Police Commissioner Abayomi Oladipo, while parading the suspect and a 4-man armed robbery gang, said officers of the command will not renege in carrying out their duties. The police commissioner also presented over 38 million naira to families of officers who lost their lives in line of duty. Now, the report.
31-year-old Yusuf Adinoyi is in police custody here at the Ondo State Command following his arrest by officers on 10th of June 2024.
No, put inside line up before you put inside the...
The suspect, who confessed to having been arrested in possession of 8 human skulls on his journey from Kogi to Osun via Ondo State, said he ran out of luck on his 3rd attempt to deliver such consignment. Adinoyi said he was introduced to the business by a friend to enable him meet financial demands for his mother's treatment.
So that my friend is in the Kogi State. So then if I bought it from him, so I will carry it to Osun State. Then I will sell it 30 or 35. I was just introduced to it 3 months ago. First time 4, third time, second time 3. Then yesterday was 8. And that is, if you went to bury ground, so he went there and bring it for me. Not all that is a fresh human part. It's only the meat. So when this guy introduced me to it, then I now say that I'll just do it once I make the money, and I will leave it.
Also paraded by the police is a 4-man robbery syndicate that attacked a gas station in Akure and carted away a truck and 61 gas cylinders. Ondo Command Police Commissioner Abayomi Oladipo set on to arrest accomplices of the suspects.
Personnel of the command attached to Safer Highway Patrol at Isua, Ipini Point, while performing routine check. While the vehicle was being searched, one of the passengers took to his heels and had to be pursued and later arrested. His load he was traveling with was searched and 8 dry human skulls, flesh suspected to be that of human being, and charms were found in a wrapped polythene bag concealed in a sack of gari.
Away from the parade of suspects, the Commissioner of Police handed over checks to the tune of 38 million naira to families of slain officers of the command, assuring of the Inspector General of Police's commitment to welfare of officers. The police boss reaffirmed the command's readiness to tackle criminality and ensure safety of life and property of citizens. Sahid Aribisala, OSRC News.
President Bola Tinubu is expected to receive a draft bill seeking a return to a regional system of government for Nigeria. The proposed legislation political regions with approximate interim boundaries. The Supreme Court has reserved judgment in the suit filed by the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, on behalf of the federal government against the 36 state governors of the Federation. The suit is seeking full autonomy for the 774 local governments in the country. In the suit, the federal government wants the Apex Court to enforce the autonomy of the local government by, among other things, stopping state governors from appointing caretaker committees to administer local government in their states. The federal government wants the Supreme Court to rule that any local government manned by a caretaker committee instead of an elected local government chairman and councillors should have their funds from the Federation account withheld. It also wants the court to rule that funds due to local governments from the Federation account should be paid directly to them instead of through the state government to guarantee their autonomy. The 7-man panel of the Apex Court, led by Justice Garba Lawal, announced that parties in the matter will be communicated when the judgment is ready, after parties in the suit adopted their processes. All 36 states, in their response, opposed the federal government suit and appealed to the court to throw out the suit. AGF, on its part, asked the Apex Court to grant all the relief sought by the federal government in the suit. Now to the foreign scene, more than 3 million Muslims are gathering in Saudi Arabia for the annual Hajj pilgrimage. Hajj is a religious duty for all Muslims able to perform the ritual. It is the start of a journey of reflection and repentance, as Odrayo Sawyer reports.
Pilgrims on their way to the great mosque of Mecca. This is Islam's holiest site, and it is where they will go around the Kaaba 7 times, signaling the start of a journey that will take them from here to sacred plains, valleys, and mountains. And once finished, they would have accomplished an important religious duty. The young, the elderly, the healthy, and the sick are all together for what they say is the most significant trip of their entire lives.
Coming here where it all started is amazing. This is where Islam started, and to come here and hear the story of Islam is a powerful experience.
Every year, it is the same ritual. Muslims gather here around the cubicle structure which they believe was built by Abraham and his son Ismail. Mecca is also where they believe the Prophet Muhammad was born and where the Quran was revealed to him. Hajj is a journey Muslims hope will change their lives. For days, they will perform a set of rituals and enter into what they describe as a state of purity and spirituality, and this explains why men prefer to wear simple white cloths. If you are a prince or poor, it doesn't matter here. What does matter is a display of unity and equality throughout the pilgrimage. This man came all the way from Morocco along with his mother. She won't be able to perform Hajj on her own, so he wanted to be part of her journey.
I want her blessing, and I also seek repentance. I can't describe the overwhelming emotions I experience here.
But Hajj isn't just about people seeking to repent from past sins. It is also about young couples like Bakhmud and his wife looking for a deeper sense of purpose after the journey is over.
And we've been trying